Hello, welcome to another episode of Making Marriage Work. My name is Kemi Tony Akinwumi, and on this episode we'll be taking another of your questions together with my friend Mr. Kunle Emmanuel Adebayo. Welcome again.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so today's question is very sensitive, and I think a lot of people can probably relate to this. So the question is, I find it very hard to forgive my wife. She has been cheating on me for over a year now. How did he know? He said, I found out because I checked her phones. Then the question is, how do I heal from this pain?
Right.
Yeah.
It can be very traumatizing for some people when they realize that the person they made a lifetime commitment with, to love, to care for, and to, to cherish is cheating. Because adultery is one of those acts that can easily break a marriage. Because marriage is supposed to be between two people, is supposed to be a bond that shouldn't have any interference. But then adultery happens, infidelity comes into the equation, and someone is shattered, someone is broken. And from the question is actually seeking, how do I heal from this
pain? Yeah.
From this pain? Healing is possible, though it takes different duration, it takes different ways for some people to heal from the pain of adultery. Right, so how did he know he realized that his wife cheated from checking her phones? So we don't have all the information, but how can he heal from this pain? Number one thing I want him to realize is that it can be painful, and he should admit that it's painful. He should accept the emotions that he's feeling. Is it anger? Is it betrayal? Is it, loss of, ego? Does he feel broken? Whatever feeling that he's feeling as a result of this, you should first of all accept it, that it has happened to you. It shouldn't have, it's not your fault, because we don't even know why your wife cheated. But anyone who cheated in a committed relationship cheated many a times out of choice, right? Though we have other situations that may, predispose a person to cheating, maybe by mistake. But from the question, she's been cheating for a year. So one would say, oh, it's not a one-off, it's not a mistake.
Yeah.
It's more like a repeated, maybe it has even become a pattern already.
Yeah.
Right. So we are not talking about how to reconcile or how to heal the marriage. For yourself, accept that what has happened, and it's not in any way your fault. However, you might have contributed to it one way or the other. We don't have those information. We are not privy to that. But the fact that your partner couldn't salvage whatever situation that you might have even caused her to make her go out of your marriage, it is still not your fault that she made that choice, she made that option to look for another partner. So I would say that when adultery happens, the best thing for you to do in seeking help is to speak with a counselor. Because there are several journeys you have gone through in that process of finding out that your wife cheated. From shock to betrayal to denial, and right now we don't even know how mentally stable that you are. Right, so before this tears you down, before it breaks you further, before it begins to affect your concentration on other areas of life, you need to speak with a therapist that would help you come up with, a mechanism on how to cope, to manage that betrayal. For some people, the pain may not be very deep, depending on the emotional commitment and the attachment to your partner. Because some people, their partner cheated, I don't care, and then they move on. But to someone like you, asking the question, for you to have, realize that I'm broken, I'm in pain, I need healing. It's because you value the relationship you have with that partner and you are committed to it emotionally. So the extent of emotional commitment that you have put into the marriage would also determine how long sometimes your healing will take.
Wow.
Because for some, the healing comes, swiftly than for others. And sometimes some people cannot let go of the pain. But you have to accept the pain, and because you have to heal, there has to be a lot that would happen, some intervention that would happen in between to help you gradually begin to come out of that well.
Yeah.
And hopefully your partner, your wife, if the person sees the need to also go in with you on this journey, it will be better. But that is for her to also make a choice to return, to stop the act of adultery, and then build your marriage back together. Because two things is likely to happen. It's either you can still salvage the marriage, build back the relationship, or as you heal, you may want to exit from that relationship. Because if you are still in there and the other partner has not changed, then you are still going to keep hurting yourself. And so for how long do you want to keep doing that? And there is a lot of other things we need to also help you understand how you got to that point in your marriage and all of that. But for you to heal, it's possible. Accept the pain. Don't beat up yourself. You didn't cause it. Your wife cheated. She decided to. Don't let it affect your ego. Don't let it affect your concentration on your work or other areas of productivity for your life. And then look inwards. There's still always a silver lining somewhere for you to be grateful for. And with time, you'll be fine. Healing is possible.
Healing is possible.
It's possible. It's possible.
So it's better for someone to, if you have that kind of experience, to stay and get healed instead of just instead of just moving out or abandoning your wife and your family. Say she cheated on me and
right.
I'm going to move on with my life and all that too.
Right.
Because I'm talking from some kind of thing that I've seen, and this person loves this girl or loves his wife very well, and he found out that she's been cheating, and it's become so bad, and the person just left the family and just be on his own. So, what will you say to that?
Right. It varies from individual, and like I said, some people cannot deal with the pain of that betrayal. Some people cannot manage it. Some people cannot withstand it. So they would rather want the pain to stop, and one of their own ways of making the pain to go away is to leave, is to walk away. And so in walking away also doesn't guarantee healing, because you are not actually confronting the situation, one, and then you are not seeking help for yourself. For you rationalize to think that if I walk away from all this, I'll be fine. Well, I can't categorically say that that's not possible, but from experience working as a counselor, sometimes you need to confront those issues because they may still show up much later in future. But is it okay if someone decides, my partner cheated, my husband cheated, my wife cheated, I'm leaving the relationship? You can't force anyone who wants to leave. You can reason with them, you can talk with them, you can help them see a reason maybe the relationship would work. But like I said also, even if the person is not walking away, is the person going to still stay with an abuser? So is the partner also ready? Because part of your healing is also to see that your partner is making some commitment to change from their ways. So walking away may not be the only solution. There are marriages that the trust, the commitment has been broken by the act of adultery. And if the two people, adultery doesn't have to destroy every marriage. Adultery doesn't have to destroy every marriage. There are relationships that, yes, the partner cheated or one of the partners, violated the commitment and the vows they made. And they were still open about it, and they both, looked for help, and they forgave and they reconciled. It doesn't happen in all cases, but it's possible when the other party who had cheated realized that I made a mistake. I'm sorry, I'm ready to amend my ways. I'm ready to do things right. I'm ready to make up for all the wrongs I've done. It makes it easier for the other partner. But sometimes the pain can be so deep and someone feels, I can't live together with this person again. At that point, you can only help that person to start another life, and a beautiful life as well. Because you can't really force anyone into a relationship they don't want to stay. It's not for anyone to do. You can't force them. You can encourage, you can, You can make them see reasons. You can help them to, you know, to clear their fears, clear their doubts, and then they come to that point where, okay, I think I still want to give this marriage another chance. And all of that can happen during counseling, you know, and while they seek some intervention. It's possible.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes.
So thank you too for coming, for being on set with me.
All right, welcome.
All right.
Yeah.
So that will be it for today. The African community can change by impacting the African families one at a time. Thank you. God bless you.
Bye.
Right.